Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. For 387 days, Ukraine stands strong against the forces of the Russian invasion. The International Criminal Court has issued a warrant for arrest of Russian President Vladimir Putin in suspicion of a war crime, the illegal deportation and displacement of Ukrainian children, reports Interfax Ukraine. Arrest warrants were issued for Russian President Putin and Russia's Commissioner for Children's Rights Maria Lvova-Belova. According to the court's website, the crimes were allegedly committed in the Ukrainian occupied territory at least since February 24, 2022. The ICC considered the warrants to be classified for the protection of victims and witnesses and for the security of the investigation. However, the court suggests that informing the public about warrants in this case can help prevent further crimes. Last October, Maria Lvova-Belova told Putin she had adopted a child abducted from Mariupol, reports Ukrainska Pravda. She claimed that as of October, up to 2,000 orphans from social institutions had been taken to Russia and 350 children from Donbas had already been placed in foster families in 16 regions of Russia. The Ukrainian side recorded the deportation of 16,221 children. Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova stated that the decisions of the International Criminal Court have no significance for Moscow, reports Ukrainska Pravda. According to Zakharova, Russia is not a party to the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court and bears no obligations under it. Thus, court's decisions are legally null and void for it. The Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov called the International Criminal Court's decision outrageous, unacceptable, and legally null, reports Interfax Ukraine. In his evening video address, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky called the warrants issued by the International Criminal Court a historic decision from which historical responsibility will begin. He stressed that it would be impossible to commit such a massive deportation of children without the order of the top leader of the country. Separating children from their families, depriving them of any opportunity to contact their relatives, hiding children on the territory of Russia, throwing them in remote regions. All this is an obvious state policy of Russia, state decisions and state evil, said Zelensky. According to him, so far it has been possible to return a little more than 300 children from all those who were taken away by force. The president promised that Ukraine will continue doing everything to return every Ukrainian and to ensure the real responsibility for all those who committed this deportation. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Slovakia will send MiG-29 fighters and part of the Kub anti-aircraft missile system to Ukraine, reports Suspilne. The temporarily appointed government of Eduard Heger made a decision to transfer 13 fighter jets. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky thanked Slovakia for a powerful package of air and air defense weapons, reports TSN-UA. At the same time, spokesperson of the Air Force Command of Ukraine, Yuri Ignat, said that the provision of Soviet-era MiG-29 fighter jets by international partners will strengthen Ukraine's defense capabilities, but will not protect it from Russian terror in the skies, reports Ukrainska Pravda. He pointed out that MiGs are not an effective weapon. Their outdated missiles, radars, and airborne radar stations cannot be very effective. That is why Ukraine needs modern, Western-made jets, stressed Ignat. The Highlights from Ukraine podcast is an non-commercial initiative of just two people, and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.